All right, you're talking to your friend, or rather, your friend is talking to you, going on and on and on with this glazed look on his eyes. And you're like, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your reaction is because he just goes on and on and on about his day and this and that. And you try and say, oh, you know what happened to me? And he looks at you like, how dare you interrupt his diatribe of the monotony of his day and everything that he's going through and this and that happened and how whatever it is that you want to say is nothing compared to what's going on in his life. That's his attitude. Because you try and get a word in edgewise and he's like, okay, well, and then you know what she said? And so you're like, okay, it's enough. It's enough. So you need to interrupt him or her and say, can you just listen to yourself? Seriously, you've been going on and on for like 5 minutes. I'm trying to tell you something really important, and yet your breakfast is more important than anything that I have to say. And you do this all the time. I feel like you're talking to this wall and your words are bouncing off me. And I don't even think you care that I'm here. You just want to hear yourself talk. And if you say it with a smile, like, you need to change. You need to do something different. That needs to be your attitude. Because, you know what? They've probably scared other people off by this behavior. And I don't think that it's registering in their mind that you're not all that interested in the mundane aspects of their life. So you're not just a sounding board. You're supposed to be a friend. It's supposed to be a two-way street. And that's exactly what I would say. And I know this sounds harsh. I mean, you could just distance yourself and turn this person into an acquaintance and forget it. You don't want to deal with this one-sided friendship. You could do that. But if this is a good friend and you've been friends for a long time, and this behavior is recent, like maybe they've got so much on their mind, and I think we all go through times when we're just, a little bit selfish and we're not really paying attention to other people as much as we should because something's going on or we're really involved in something, really focused on something. So you need somebody to say, hey, stop. You're acting selfish. And you don't have to use those words, but you need to stop this person and you need to say, hey, I'm here. I feel like you're talking at me. You're not interacting with me. And I'm trying to say something, and yet you won't even listen because you're going on and on about whatever it is. And if they say, what are you talking about? I listen when you blah, blah, blah. And you're like, well, yeah, but that was 3 years ago. That was a long time ago. And I feel like I'm always here for you. But when I have even the slightest problem or just something I want to share, you're sitting there going on, and I can't get a word in edgewise. And then they're going to deny again. And that's okay. That's okay, because you can say, well, you know what? Just think about it. Think about when I got to say anything. And I'm happy to listen, don't get me wrong. And if you want to give them examples, I would. But they will deny and they might get upset. But you've started the wheel spinning and they're going to think about it. And then maybe next time they're going to listen and they're going to ask you questions like a real friend would and find out how your day's going. And instead of going on and on about their stuff and expect you to be just mesmerized by whatever it is they're saying. So if they come back next time and say, look, I'm sorry. I know I've just been really involved in this and I'm just so focused and it's taking all of my time and I know I haven't been a good friend and I'm sorry. Then, you know what? You've enlightened them. They've probably been doing the same thing to other people. And basically you've got your friendship back. But if they continue this diatribe of just yakking and not caring about anything you say and just using you as the sounding board and just basically like they're talking to a wall and they continue that behavior, yeah, then maybe it is time to put the friendship on the back burner because they're not going to have your back. And do you really matter in their life? Yeah, I don't know. And you want to surround yourself with people who you care about and they care about you too.